Hello, Homes families. This is Christine Zelaya,
And Marianne Rayfield.
and we are here today to tell you about Leader and Me and our Hawk's Nest, a favorite here at Homeschool.
Yeah, I'm really excited to share with our families these two really important parts of our school week. And I think you're going to be really excited to hear about it too.
Miss Rayfield,
Yes.
what is Leader in Me?
Yes. So, Leader in Me is one of our school wide visions to support our students in addressing all areas of development. So, it is something that we use as part of our vision and in the language that we really use to communicate with our students on how that they could be leaders, not only in our school, but in our community as well. So, each child, we would love for them to discover and develop their unique gifts and talents, and then have those opportunities here at school to lead. Oftentimes, if you think about when we were growing up, learning was so passive and it was something that almost was done to us and for us. And we really believe in a different philosophy that all of our kids can be leaders and that they have gifts and talents to share with all of us. And so part of our mission is to help them be leaders in our school and our community, to be active, engaged partners in their learning. And so not just having learning done to them, and to build their self-confidence, responsibility, and just really to have their different talents and gifts shine here at school.
And our students, they do have a lot of talents and gifts to give here at school. Before I go off the slide that's showing right now, we love a good theme here at
Yes, we
school.
do.
And families, I'm sure you could see from our slides that we've been using this year, we are all about camping and adventure. So our theme this year is Adventures in Learning. And we are constantly working with our students to help them be leaders, to grow social, emotionally, academically, and then to celebrate them. And that's going to get us into what Hawk's Nest is a little bit later. But our motto here at school is to lead, grow, and to celebrate. Now, I think a lot of our families, when they hear Leader in Me, they might think it's like a program that we
hmm
do.
Yeah.
But it's more of a framework,
Yes.
right?
Yes, for sure. And it comes from Dr. Stephen Covey. And the way that we work on it with our students is that every Wednesday, students get direct instruction in 7 habits. And that's based off of this is a picture book that you see on the screen. But after Dr. Covey's 7 habits for happy and successful adults, and they've modified it for to be for 7 habits of happy kids. And so we do some direct instruction of these 7 habits with our students. And again, we use the language of these 7 habits to support kids in both academic and social emotional learning.
And what's an example of some of the habits that we
Mhm.
are teaching students?
Yeah. So one of them is, put first things first. And I always go back to the example. We had a kid a couple of years ago, one of our students. The motto for put first things first is first work and then play. And one of our students actually reached out to us and said, shouldn't it be the other way around? Shouldn't it be first play and then work? And we always laugh about that example because in a kid's mind, right, they want to play, and they see work as something that's maybe more challenging. So just helping students to build some habits of mind that again will support them no matter where they are and what context they're in. And so hopefully you'll start hearing some of this language come home. Another one that's we love here is called sharpen the saw, and that's finding things that help your body, your heart, and your mind find some peace, and find some things that make you feel whole and complete. So again, just two of the habits that you might hear coming home or seeing your classroom newsletters.
And if you ever hear your families talk or your students talk about, let's find a win-win solution for
Yeah.
this, that is also one of the habits. We try to find and teach students to find solutions to problems where both of the people
Yeah.
who are in a situation feel that their needs have been met. So I really like the habits that we're teaching. It's like good lifelong skills that we're
Mhm.
teaching students to really plan and to set goals for themselves. And like really, when we're talking about this, kind of empowering our students
Mhm.
to, be leaders, to have a voice, and
Mhm.
to have some choice and agency over their work, and that
Mhm.
really empowers them. It
Mhm.
gives them purpose, and it really, like, my favorite part is like having our students, like you were just talking about, like school and learning is something that has been done to kids for so
Mhm.
long, really helping them be active participants in their learning and
Mhm.
like owning their learning.
Mhm. And one of the things that's actually funny, I was just listening to a podcast the other morning, and it was talking about how we, as the staff here at school, we have this superpower, which is empowering our students. And Leader in Me is such a unique way that we are supporting your students in getting the tools that will lead them to be hopefully happy and successful adults and members of our community, through their student voice, through having choice in school and what they're learning, through giving them the tools so they feel empowered and can empower others. We want them to have a purpose here. Again, that they know that they're coming into school and their job here is to learn and is to make mistakes and to try again and to ask for help and to support others around them, but mainly just to be that active participant in their learning here at homeschool.
Absolutely. And Miss Rayfield, we love a good
Yes,
acronym.
we've talked about this so much. You all probably are going to get dizzy from all of the acronyms that we have.
Well, one of our favorite is wigs, and it's not because we look so good in a wig, which, of course, I mean, come on, let's face it, we
Yes,
do.
yes,
But a wig does serve a purpose. And
yes.
what is that purpose? What is a wig anyway?
I just have to pause. So, for anyone who has kids, elementary age, you probably think we either look like we're from Disney's Zombies or Disney's Descendants, and we promise this is not from that. But so wigs, yes, they stand for wildly important goals. And what we try to do is not only model this for our students ourselves, so we'll set wildly important goals for personal things, um, but also academic areas as well. And so on the screen, this is the widely important goal scorecard that we use, where we set a goal, we explain why it's important. And the coolest thing about this scorecard and tracker, there's lots of different names you can use for it, is it really holds us all accountable to saying, um, or holding us accountable to do what we said we were going to do. So the section in green that says do, and there's a couple of check marks there, we try to help the students come up with one action item. So that means what is one thing that they can try to actively do to achieve their goal. So here's some other examples on the screen of some of our students who have used our WIG tracker or our scorecard, and how they can have conversations with their accountability partner. So, whether that's a peer or another adult in the building, and see whether their actions that they said they were going to do are actually helping us to achieve the goal that they set out. So, for example, I'm running a marathon. If I did not keep track of what I was doing and follow the training program, I would probably have pretty good evidence to support why I either finish on Sunday or why I don't finish on Sunday.
Hmm.
So, just giving kids some life skills that are going to support them in any walk of life, in anything that they do. If they have a goal, come up with some ideas to get to that goal and then track it. And then if over, 2 or 3 week period of time, you're not seeing success towards that goal, maybe we need to change our action steps. And that's what's so powerful for kids, is that they can see that and they might say, well, I said I was going to practice my math facts every night, but I actually haven't done that. And they can
Hmm.
see the results in the fact that maybe they're not making progress in that area. So then we can talk to them and say, okay, what's something else that we can come up with instead?
Yeah, that's one thing I love about our WIGs and goal setting is that it does have action steps, and it
Hmm.
teaches students to go beyond just saying, what their goal would be. It's kind of like a New Year's resolution on
Yeah.
steroids,
Yeah.
where we actually have those action steps. And the other thing I like is a time that we build into our Wednesdays
Yes.
for teachers to have like reflective conversations with students so they can talk about that and have that accountability partner to
Mhm.
talk through some things and give some ideas and suggestions. And
Mhm.
like this is just like a great life skill,
It
I
is.
think, to have.
It is. Exactly.
Another thing's coming up starting
Yes.
next week, next
Okay.
Wednesday. Hawks Nests are
Yes.
back.
This
Uh,
is exciting because we haven't been able to do this for a couple of years
right,
because of COVID. So,
right.
do you want to kind of tell us what Hawk's Nest is?
Sure. Hawks Nest came about a few years back, 4 years,
Or maybe
maybe
five
5 years
at this point.
ago.
Yeah.
And it was really around helping our students like looking at the district pillar of our students being known, nurtured, and celebrated,
Hmm.
and thinking about our schools, our community, and our climate and our culture here at school, and really wanted to create a really caring community
Hmm.
of students here. So it is our Hawks Nest are a mixed group of students that meets they meet every month, and they work to foster strong school culture and a community of learners where our students feel safe and really have that strong sense of belonging, which
Hmm.
is one of our goals here at school, is to make sure that our students feel that they belong at home school.
And just to piggyback on that, one of the cool things is when we started Hawks Nest, I was a fourth grade teacher. And as an upper elementary grade teacher, third, fourth, and fifth grade teachers, we often don't have those experiences with our K-1, 2 students until they get to us. And so this was another wonderful way to be able to get to know more students in school and build relationships with them. And so by the time they do get to us in third, fourth, and fifth grade, they have someone that's in their corner who knows them and who's seen them grow and is always rooting for them behind the scenes. It's really
I
cool.
I get kind of a bad rap as a principal. I think anytime a parent hears that a child is with their child comes to see the principal, that it's because
Oh,
they've done something
yes,
that they shouldn't, and I have to
yes,
have a
yes.
a corrective conversation with students. I actually had a Hawk's Nest too, and it was really
Hmm.
great because it gave me an opportunity to get to know
Hmm.
our students at different levels and
Hmm.
just get to know them better as people. So
Hmm.
I have a Hawk's Nest,
Yeah,
all of the adults in the school also do. So
yeah.
kind of thinking about that school wide community, and that's one reason why so many of us do. Our
Hmm.
social workers, myself,
Hmm.
office staff have had Hawks Nest before. So really, almost
Yeah.
every adult has a group of students from kindergarten to fifth grade. And one of the things that is so awesome about it is because then our kindergartners, like, they
Hmm.
get to know some other kids in other grade levels, and they'll
Sure.
see their fifth grade buddies walking down the hall, and they'll wave to them, and they just feel so proud that they know some
Hmm.
of the big kids at
Totally.
school.
And that they get to sometimes go into fifth and fourth grade classrooms
That
is
too.
also very exciting.
That is very exciting for
Yes.
sure.
So, why is building school community essential? This is one of our, big pillars, as Dr. Zelaya mentioned, for not only our district but our school as well. And really because building these positive relationships cross age, right, cross grade levels, it creates so much positivity not only within the school but within our students. They really do, like Dr. Zelaya just said, they feel welcomed by other kids and by other staff members. They feel loved at this school. They love Hawks Nest. They can't wait for those Wednesdays where we have Hawks Nest. But they also do start to feel more a part of our community and not just a part of their class or their grade. They're really known throughout the building to multiple students and to multiple staff members. And that's really important in building community.
Yeah, and one of the things that we didn't realize when we were doing Hawk's Nest a couple before the pandemic was that was the day we had the least student
Yeah,
absences.
me
We hardly
too.
had any staff absences. Our staff
Yeah,
love this time with kids
yeah,
too. It's just that way to really
yeah,
build that community.
yeah.
So, why do we choose the name Nest? I mean, like, we are the Hawks, so of course Holmes Hawks, that's a natural, but like, why did we go with Nests?
Hmm. So, part of it is on this slide, you're going to see that it's an identity, right? And so the kids, once they get into their Hawk's Nest or their group, they come up with a name together, and they're so proud of those names. And again, this year we're going to try to have them be around our adventure theme. But the kids in the group, they come up with a name together, and they feel special because it is a nest, and a nest is a place that's like home, and a nest is a place where people value you and are excited that you're there. And so it really goes back to building that warm, caring, nurturing, and supportive system for our students, that sometimes they don't always feel in a classroom.
Exactly. Exactly. I know I was just thinking when I was listening to you, what was the last name of the Hawk's Nest I had? And I think my last Hawk's Nest group where the students came up with a name was Zelia's Zuper Zudents. So they have a lot of fun with
Yeah.
that. So it's
Ours
always great.
are Rayfield Roadsters.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So yes, this is starting next week, and we are super excited about this.
Yeah. This is on the screen here. Here's a poster that one of the Hawks Nest created, just about why they love Hawks Nest, and what it meant to them. And so again, typically it's 12 students, 2 students from each grade level, as one staff member. Like Dr. Zelaya said, it could be a variety of different people in our building. Almost every person, I think, besides one custodian and then our nurse and I think Miss Krikow are the only people that really don't have a Hawk's Nest, just because we want everyone to be involved. And really, like the kids say, they love spending time with kids from other grade levels. If they're having a bad day, they can always have someone to cheer them up. There's always some kind of fun activity during Hawk's Nest where kids are laughing. And so kids remember those activities. You can tell them stuff and it won't go out and share it. So it's that safe place for kids, again, to feel that sense of belonging. And then they all love meeting new teachers, and they always think that their teachers are fun and nice. And we try to really, really do different activities than what we would normally do in the classroom.
Yeah, different activities that are fun and engaging, but also with a message.
With a purpose, for
Yeah, so
sure.
our some of those things in the past had been like really teaching around empathy
Mhm.
and problem solving and
Kindness, yeah.
kindness. A lot of our work has been around kindness and
Mhm.
how to interact with others and just like to be a strong,
Mhm.
happy community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we also, and again, incorporate both our second step language, and that's our social emotional learning curriculum, but also our Leader in Me language as well. So really, like doing all of these things in one place, and having kids see how everything is connected, and how all the tools that we're trying to provide to them that they can use in different spaces.
Absolutely. We have, a new add-on this year
Yes.
for our
Yes.
Hawk's Nest. You
Yes.
wanna talk a little bit? What are our leadership
Yes, so we
clubs?
are super excited about this. This has kind of been a work in progress over the last couple of years. The pandemic kind of put a hard pause on leadership clubs a few years ago, but we are really excited to try to get this off the ground. And so for the next 8 weeks, we're starting to roll this out only in grades 3 through 5 right now. But we offered students choices that you see on this screen. There's actually a few more that were added last minute, but over 20 different leadership opportunities that are going to be run, again, by a variety of staff members here at our school. And students are really going to take ownership of these leadership clubs. They're going to come up with a goal for the leadership club. And then part of their goal is to come up with some action steps as to how their club can promote leadership in our entire school. So you might see, for example, chess club. Well, yes, they're going to be learning how to play chess and playing chess. They also, their goal and their action step has to be around how are they going to promote what they're learning in chess to support others in leadership.
I
So,
love
for
it.
example, like executive functioning and organization and strategy, how can you apply that in different spaces throughout our school? And so, really, like very targeted, but also so kid based, so so exciting for them to have this opportunity. It's going to be 2 times a month for 30 minutes, and kids will be in these groups for 8. Well, it's 4 months, but it's 8 times. And then we're going to try round 2 in the spring and offer some different clubs, some same clubs after getting some feedback from our kiddos. But they're so excited. They got their invitations to their clubs today.
Woohoo.
And then the first club will start on October 12th.
You know what I am most excited about this is we used to have our clubs after school.
Yes.
And then, that really had it. So some of our students weren't able to
Yeah,
attend.
it was a
They
barrier.
had things that they had to attend. They had to go home after school. They had to take the bus.
Yep.
They didn't have another way of getting home. Having them embedded in the school day is going to give all of our students that opportunity to shine in some of these leadership opportunities. So I am so excited to have that happen.
Yeah, so we're really excited too. So we have a lot going on.
We do.
All the time.
All the time. So with that said, like we have shared over the last 4 episodes, some of the main structures and systems and processes that we have in place here at school. So I think I'll try for next week to put out just a questionnaire in the Hawk so that you can let us know what you would like to know a little bit more about, because we want to make sure that that all the things that are happening at homeschool and all the ways that we are really helping to individualize the learning for your student and just really focus on them and the joy and the assets that they bring to school each and every day.
So let us know if there's anything else you want to hear us talk about.
I'm starting to like this. So I don't know. I hope we get some other things that you want to learn about. So we will be in touch again soon. Take care.